One more time. One more time. The final go around of the Vision Corsa IndyCar Racing Series presented by the Prodigy Racing Association. Thomas Cuthbert here, also known as Orion I, joining you for the final time in Season 3 of the Vision Corsa IndyCar Racing Series. And for those of you who are here for the first time this season, we're giving you the same treatment as we've given every other week. Let's run through it. We use the Dallara IR18 on a 50-50 mix of road courses and ovals for the regular season. We had 13 races over the course of the season, including the All-Star race on the halfway mark. $375 up for grabs. $130 for the winner of the overall series. The second place driver gets $75, third, $40, fourth, $20, and fifth, $10. A $50 prize is up for grabs for the most points in oval races, and a Daytona race prize of $50 where the winner takes all. And there's one more thing. We got this info a few weeks ago, but I think it's important to show it. Not only are they fighting for that $130 and the $50 for winning the series and winning the ovals, they're fighting for rings. This came out about a month ago that there is proper hardware on the line. The left is the overall series championship ring, and on the right is the oval championship ring. Most points in the oval races will get that ring on the right. But we have plenty more to go over before we get into that. So let's continue as normal. Run on Tuesday nights on the realistic weather setting. So whatever the weather is simulated to be at the track at the given time that we race on it, guess what? That's the weather we're getting. It could be raining heaps, and that track could be slippy as all get out. They're racing. As much racing as you can do in that kind of weather. 75% fuel capacity, you will be required to pit because you don't have enough to make it through the whole race. And if you're like me, you'll just forget that somebody pit because they're so far ahead. All tire compounds will be available for the drivers to use. Obviously, if you're going to have the potential for wet weather, you need to have the tire compound open for them to use wet weather tires. One fast repair will be available for all drivers. Oval races such as today will have a green and white checkered flag, but only one of them. The lucky dog and wave around rules are active, and the start and restarts will be in the iRacing green. For the point system, the top 5 qualifiers will pick up points 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. For the race, it's 45 points for the win, 40 for second, and you drop a point per position from there. You get bonus points for leading a lap, leading the most laps, and scoring the fastest lap in the race. 5 points will be added as well for leading at the halfway mark of the oval. And of course, last place provisional points are active. And today, we got something else to talk about. But first, 4 events are going to feature the double points setup. It's races 2, 6, 8, and 12. The All-Star race is not being considered in that counting. I should have clarified that, and I apologize to those who I caused confusion for over the course of the season. Severe caution violations will also result in the last place points getting sent to you. Speaking of those last place points, here's the idea of that and the caution system. Ovals will use the iRacing caution system with the PRA admins at their discretion able to pull out a caution flag if they feel there must be. Road courses use the PRA caution system only, where multi-car crashes are the most likely to result in a caution flag. Single-car spins or crashes will not result in the caution flag unless directly interfering with other drivers on the track. And all caution laps will be counting for the race. Ending another racer's race under caution. This is including after they've used their fast repair. You're getting parked, you're getting DQ'd, and you're given last place points. One more thing. This is a double points race. Qualifying will stay 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, but your race points will double. 90 for the win, 80 for second, 2 per position from there. Oval points will stay at 5 for leading after halfway, and the other bonus points stay at 1 each. Now, on a bit of a personal note, since this is the last one, I wanted to give a little bit of a special shout-out. I didn't get the chance to make a proper send-off video for this series, but what I do have is I did find something that actually it's starting to get to me a little bit. We were looking over some of the liveries that some of these cars have, and there's a thing that we noticed on a couple of them. This is Matthias Marcomini's car. And as Fontaine was going through some of the replays to go through the media, he showed me this. He showed me that Mark Camini actually put my frog on the car. I don't care if it's just because he wanted to, appease the logos. They were suggested that you put the logos of Grid Finder and Sim Racer Hub. I did not ask for this. You did not need to do that. And then, of course, Rodney Roberts. He's been the legend, as always, where that man brought me into this kind of in the first place with the GT3 series, and then brought me in for IndyCar when Friday nights wasn't really working for me. And I did not know that he put this on several times. There's our 2 on the back of the car and then 1 in the front. It's getting to me a little bit, man. Thank you so much, Rod. I so much appreciate the kind of work that you do in these races, putting these series together, and it means a lot that you felt felt so highly of my work that you wanted to put my stupid frog livery, my frog logo on your livery. That means a lot, actually. It's a great livery, too, by the way. So with that out of the way, just a reminder that this is the final race of the season. We are at Michigan for 40 laps. It's a 2-mile oval. The fastest lap at the moment, 31 and a half seconds in practice. I'm tearing up a little bit, man. Rod, what are you doing to me? Oh. It does mean a lot that you actually thought to do that. We started at Long Beach to begin the road course section, then to Kansas for our first double points race. Road America, then Homestead, Miami. Indy would follow in the end of September and heading into October as we hit both the road course and the oval, because we're in Indy cars. You had to know we were going to Indy. And then it was the All-Star race. I believe it was Roger Saucier who collected the $50 bounty on the Daytona win. After that, we went to Portland to begin the second half of the season. Then Milwaukee to begin the oval section for the last double points race of the season before today. For the 9th race, we went to my favorite track in Watkins Glen, then to Iowa, Laguna Seca. We had Thanksgiving off, and now it's Michigan. And so for the final time, let's meet our drivers. In the 00 is Robert Hensley. Taking the number 1 car is Min Hang, as opting out of it is Alex Jones. Daniel Borgert-Pepping, registered as the 2 car, unfortunately was not able to make any of the races for this season, and if I'm not mistaken, is not in for this one. So a big loss there as, we got to hydrate. Ryan Spiel, 92. Well, thank you. Richard Murray drives the 4. Vitor Guilherme, the 5. Landon Lacey in the 6. The 07 driven by Roger Saucier. And the 007 by Ali Chastain, who I believe only joined us for 1 race. Bit of a shame. Would have liked to see a little bit more, but unfortunately, that's what we got. Cody Linscott in the 8. Joe Nerton, the 10. Marlo Duncan in the 12 car with Andrew Clark in the 13. Jimmy Sallow drives the 14. Bob Gangwer, the 15. Aaron Fontaine in the 18 car with Mitchell Hamilton in the 21. Matthew Morgan pilots the 22. George Griffiths in the 025 with Adam Miller in the 25. It's Kyle Deckard in the 26. The 27 car driven by Aiden Hill. Micah Mixer in the 28. Rodney Roberts, the 29. The 33 driven by Jeffrey Goodpaster and Javier Lopez in the 36. Alex Jones, your winner of Season 2, left the number 1 behind, taking the 45. Guillermo Pere in the 52. Petr Smetana, Florida, joining the PRA for a race or 2 in the Indy cars, but unfortunately could not make it for a race. And we're hoping it's going to be a good one. No, Aaron, no you didn't. Hold on a second. I'm finding your car and I'm hunting for this. No way you did that. Things are going to look a little weird for a minute. Oh, my God, he's not lying. Aaron. For a hot second, we're going to go over to the track. He really did it. Here's Aaron Fontaine's car. And yet, he really did it. He put the frog on. You're going to make me cry, Aaron. Let me dance. Let me do my thing, dang it. Let's get back to the cars. Nick Pollard in the 55 with Parker Diamond the 57. Morgan Smith the 58. Fozzie Fazillo the 61. Byron Bailey in the 64 with Thomas Kunin in the 68. Matthias Marcomini in the 77 with Jacob Schneider the 81. Daniel Blanco, part of the Grid Finder team, joining us for this season in the 82. Brian Young the 86. Spencer Torrance, the teammate of Marlo Duncan in the 120. Austin Diltz the 144. Brandon Farley in the 327. Brad Morath in the 384. And we will welcome a new driver for the final time this season. Danny Ray will join us in the 08 on the track. And now the standings. This is overall standings. George Griffiths leads the way by 39 over Marlo Duncan with a 546 to 505. Aiden Hill in the top 3 with 493. Adam Miller with a 489. Rodney Roberts has P5 with a 452. But Roberts, as the runner of this series, has declared he is not eligible for any money, any cash prizes. So the next driver on the list in Brad Morath, if the standings stay like this, Brad Morath gets the $10. Morath in 6th with 448. Spencer Torrance, 444 in 7th. Nick Pollard with a 406. Jimmy Sallow, 400. Jacob Schneider, 399. To round out your top 10, it's Nerton with P11. Brandon Farley in 12. Matthias Marcomini in 13th. Roger Saucier in 14th. Alex Jones in 15th. Guillermo Perez in 16th. Min Hang in 17th. Aaron Fontaine, the car we were looking at before, the number 18 in P18. Landon Lacey drives the 6th and is in the 19th slot. Byron Bailey in 20th. It's Daniel Blanco to begin 21st through 30 with Micah Mixer at 22nd. Brian Young, 23rd. Ali Chastang in 24th. Kyle Deckard, 25th. Parker Dime, 26th. Matthew Morgan, 27th. Andrew Clark, 28th. Javier Lopez in 29th. Bob Gangler in 30th. And to wrap us up, Vittorio Guglielmi in 31st. Robert Hensley, 32nd. Austin Diltz in 33rd. Thomas Kunin in 34th in the 68 car. Morgan Smith in the 35th slot on the board. Fozzie Fazillo in 36th. Mitchell Hamilton in 37th. And Austin LeBlanc, a driver who has not registered a single lap on the track but is still on Sim Racer Hub for some reason. You'll see him in P38 with 0 points. The reason you don't see him is because he's busy doing admin stuff, also known as being actually important for the series. Before we get to the track, the oval standings are updated and ready to roll. Jacob Schneider in the lead with 356 points. And from the look of the track, he cannot lose that, with the current lowest position on the board being 16th. He will claim that slot, the 16th slot at worst, which if we take 80 and then go 14 slots down, that is 28 points. That is a good old 52. So, in theory, Marlo Duncan scores 90 and gets 5 on quali and gets 3 on bonus points. That's 98 to 52. That's not enough. So I believe Jacob Schneider is confirmed to be the Oval Series champion, but of course, the race must go on. And of course, Jacob Schneider can help himself out in many ways, including in qualifying, which we'll get to in a bit. Adam Miller in 3rd right now with 274. Rodney Roberts in 4th, 266. Brad Morath in 5th, 255 points to Aiden Hill in P6 at 252. Aiden Hill was also responsible for some of the graphics that we had during the season, and as much as I would have liked to run those all season, we got plenty use out of what we had, including Homestead Miami, which was one of my favorite projects to do, even if I kind of shanked it at the end. But you know what? I'm still happy with it. Brandon Farley in P7 with 247. Nick Pollard in 8th. Griffiths 9th. And Saucier in 10th. Sallow, Torrance, Nerton, Marcomini, Fontaine, Perez, Hang, Lacey, Blanco, Jones, your top 20 in the ovals, with Bailey, Young, Chastang, Morgan, Clark, Mixer, Guillerme, and Hensley to round out your oval standings. As we go to the track, we're going to find a driver out on the track. See if we can find one. Now, there is one. Although that is a man who is having some fun. Yeah, we'll watch Pollard have some fun. I said that right as he put the car in the pits. Okay. Can we find a car still on the track? Yes, we can. Here's Micah Mixer. Aiden Hill in pole position for now as Mixer is a little bit behind. He was taking his time getting around the track. But Aiden Hill gets pole position. He'll get 5 points. Jacob Schneider with 4. Marlo Duncan with 2. Nick Polliard 3. Currently it's Adam Miller with 1. Mixer getting that time slimmed down a little bit. Now sitting at what looks to be a 34.001 on the board. I have to do math on this board. 35.001. That was close. Only 1 digit off. 3:08 remaining in the qualifying session. I believe Mixer will be the last one to go around the track as the 16th driver will not be qualifying, it appears to be. Maybe we'll see him a little bit later. It's Bob Gangler who we're waiting on. Mixer's final time. Shoots him up to pole position. Holy cow, Micah Mixer. Snipes it from Aiden Hill, tying the 32.546. Micah, my goodness. What a lap from the 28 car. I was not ready for that. I thought he was going to, like, slide into, like, 7th or something. It's like, okay, you know, he did all right. Not bad, not bad. No. Yeah. Wow. I'm glad we got to watch it. Holy cow. That intro took a little bit longer than I was expecting it to, and I apologize for that. But we were also setting a couple other things up. We are ready for some proper post-race interview graphics, I think. I'm just going to double-check. Okay, there is a couple things that need to be messed around with, so we're going to do that real quick. At the very least, we have 1:40 to work with because the session is going to run the full 10 regardless of whether or not we're actually going to see that. This will be the race podium. I will not have a graphic for, like, all the prize winners, unfortunately. That's especially because, well, I mean, pretty much the only thing that we know is almost set in stone as Griffiths for the championship. But, of course, race stuff can happen. And if he drops out, Aaron, if you could correct me if I'm wrong here. If George Griffiths were to lose connection before registering a lap, would he get last place provisional points? It's 0.0001. Okay, all right. iRacing is registering as an extra 1,000th of a second for Aiden Hill. So it's probably that Micah Mixer was like a 32.546.5 or something like that. Okay. But Aiden Hill is behind Mixer. That's the important bit. And with that, we are just waiting for this grid to get on rolling. Thank you. I do very much appreciate that, though, Aaron, because I wouldn't know that otherwise. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And with that, we are about ready to roll. In time. Let's lower that a little bit. Okay. Let's roll. I think we're about ready. Give me that grid. I don't want that. Get that out of here. And yeah, that's about ready to roll. So let's get rolling. It's Micah Mixer and Aiden Hill in row 1. Mixer gets the extra 1,000th of a second. There's Jacob Schneider and Nick Polliard, who are on row 2. Follow that up with Marlo Duncan and Adam Miller on row 3. And then we go to row 4 to see the likes of Fontaine and Brad Marath. We got one more thing that we can change around. Alex Jones. Oh, we lost that. Alex Jones was in P9 with Rodney Roberts in P10. It's Nerton and a Lacey in 11th and 12th. And we lost that again. Okay, I'm doing really well with that. My apologies for that. It's Danny Ray and Austin LeBlanc in 15th and 16th. And Bob Gangwer in the back in 17th. He will be on the grid. LeBlanc will not be. And so we now wait to get this underway. 2-hour session on the board for some reason. Why is the pit lane graphic still up? Go away. We don't want that. Get race result off. We don't need that as well. And now we just find a car on the grid. And Mixer is away. That was really heartwarming to see the frog on any of these cars. I almost don't care if we see it again. Just going through the liveries one last time. Everyone will get a good look at these cars. We're going to go into rear chase for this. It's going to look a little weird, but that's so we can all get a great look at the car liveries on display. This is Nick Polliard here in P4. Marlo Duncan busting out a special livery for this race in P5. Adam Miller in P6 keeps it the classic white and orange. We mentioned Aaron Fontaine earlier. He brought the frog with him, and for that I am very grateful. Thank you so much. Brad Marath in the 384 with Alex Jones in the 45. He's got logos all over, including that DRA IndyCar Series logo. Rodney Roberts on the outside, and I see that frog on there. Rod, you're amazing. Brings out a special livery of his own, and he still gives the frog. Nerton will be starting in pit lane. Lacey will have this car to work with, white, black, and red. Jimmy Sallow here in 13th, keeping it mostly white with the golden numbers. George Griffiths in 14th for this race to kick it off. Danny Ray in 15th. And it is Bob Gangwer in the back. Let's get up to the front, because we are green flag racing at Michigan for the final time in the Tuesday night Vision Corsa IndyCar Series. And getting away for now is Mixer. Looks to stay on this inside, and Jacob Schneider is immediately going to put pressure right on that back end. Aiden Hill forced on the outside. Polliard forced even wider than that. Marlo Duncan immediately looking for some room. They're switching and swaying, trying to look for a gap. It'll stay with Mixer on the inside of Schneider. We're going to use this momentum of the slipstream to move up towards second, but the understeer is a problem you got to contend with, and he ends up going back. George Griffiths was on his way up the field, but ended up falling back just a little bit. You can see Marlo Duncan on the inside, ducking below the curb, and Griffiths already up to P5 for this race. It's 40 laps at Michigan, and Griffiths up to a great start as Mixer and Hill go back and forth for the lead. Mixer stays on that inside and looks to hold on to it. We'll go on board here with Schneider watching the battle for the lead. He's got Polliard on the outside, and he'll look to go 3 wide. Will Nick Polliard. He falls off just a little bit, losing the momentum. Mixer in the lead for now, and now Schneider looks to take second away from Hill as he got forced to the outside, but Hill not giving up the fight. Polliard still in the mix as well. Polliard looking to poke his nose up to get a position. 3 wide, and Polliard nearly gets shoved to the wall. Hangs onto it, but Schneider will take third place right back. As this battle for the lead is rolling on, we're going sky high to watch it all unfold. The pack is strong today, and it stays with Lacey now, who went to the outside and ducks into the inside. Aiden Hill has contact, and a few cars collide, and a big collision. Aiden Hill in the mix. 3 cars go back, and the caution flag comes out. Aiden Hill destroyed. Jacob Schneider decimated. Cars and debris littered everywhere. What in the world happened? We'll try to get a TV angle from Polliard's perspective. Collision with Mixer and Hill is what sealed the deal. And he goes flying, does Polliard. Swiped that from behind by Hill. Let's get one more look at that. We're going to look on from the perspective of the car behind Hill. close on down because this happened quick. So for now, it's Micah Mixer who hangs out on the inside. There's someone who goes in front of Hill. And Hill starts to dip on down towards that inside line. Look where the cars are. It's Mixer who slides up just a little bit. Perhaps some netcode, but it's contact with Hill nonetheless. He goes into Schneider. Schneider towards the wall. Pollard ends up in the worst of it. And Hill overcorrects trying to save the thing. And back he goes. As you can see the carnage. Roberts in the mix as well. Barely gets out of it. And we now go live. There's a lot of cars enter the pits. Marlo Duncan looks like she got caught in that as well. And George Griffiths will gladly take the third place spot. Of course, there could be drivers who are going to pit lane not for repairs, but for early tires and fuel. And just one more time. Jess, Aaron, you didn't need to do that. You didn't need to put the frog on. You didn't need to. My heart is full. It's Fontaine's Dr. Pepper livery. I'm getting teary. Oh, God. I wasn't ready for that. I'm gonna look at the pace car real quick. Those lights are still on. I'm getting water. All right, I have water in my bag. It's fine. What an insane turn of events. I think I know what I'm about to see. I think someone's a little mad. Oh, no. Okay, it wasn't that. It was worse, but it was okay. The lights are off. This will be the last time around. All righty. Landon Lacey will be the leader when we go green. Landon Lacey joining us originally in the GT3 series in Season 1. A late joiner, but put a lot of pressure on Yellow Wills for that championship. And boy, was he ever good. Continues to shine here in IndyCar, albeit not as bright as some of the other drivers out here, but Lacey, we see you out there nonetheless. Pace car is off. We wait to go green. The flag is up and the cars are off. Green flag racing, and Griffiths looks like he got a pretty good jump on Adam Miller. Looks to the outside of Miller and is there for now. And trying to choke out Adam Miller, it was Griffiths, and it works perfectly. He's stuck going behind Lacey, but it gives Miller the inside line, and Griffiths will slot back into third. Brad Moran hanging behind in fourth for now. It looks like Danny Ray was falling back a little bit. Danny Ray, one of the newer drivers in the Prodigy Racing Association. George Griffiths now on the outside. Looks to get that spot. Has it for a microsecond. Lacey back in the lead. But on the inside is Adam Miller, and he gets alongside and forces Lacey on the inside. There, we're almost looking to go 4 wide. A car's vanished. And we'll go back up to the front. It was Landon Lacey for the moment as Aaron Fontaine nearly gets into the back of Lacey, but hangs on to it for now, holding on to 4th place in the meantime. And let's get back up high. Hopefully this isn't a curse. Look at that pack. It's beautiful. Griffiths to the lead on the outside. Miller holds on to the inside line. A car spinning in the back and a big collision. Pollard in the mix. And who's with him? Aiden Hill again. The 27 car getting pummeled out there, and that thing is ruined. That's crab walking. That's it. That's a toe, and that's probably a game over. Let's have a look at the incident now. This is with Pollard at the moment. Not enough info. Aiden Hill had a problem before then. So we're going to go on board with Aiden Hill and see if that'll give us the answer we're looking for. Cars on the inside. He gets hit from the side and spun around, so there's more to look at. One last time, we're going to go to Hill and back it up to Alex Jones. Oh, this is better. Jones and Hill going for the same piece of tarmac. And they collide, and Aiden Hill gets speared off and took one with him. And on the dash, you can see on Duncan's dash, there are the yellow lights. The flag was out. The caution flag came out again. And the new grid, Griffiths in the lead. Fontaine in second, Barat third, and Nerton fourth. 2 cautions in 10 laps. Not ideal. Car getting the wave around. The Pollard? No. That is Jacob Schneider, who will be on the lead lap. Jacob Schneider, your leader in the oval standings. As we go to the oval standings one more time. Schneider leads Duncan by 58. With Schneider's current minimum, I don't remember his qualifying ending, but he'll be heading to the pits anyway. After the wave around, bit of a choice. Let's get back up to the front. Oh, is that a drive-thru? That looks like a drive-thru. No, he's going in. He's boxing. What was that? That was a really quick stop. What? Unsure. Yeah, Aiden Hill is, in fact, upset, and I think Pollard hopped out as well. Austin LeBlanc is showing as out. He is in the session, but as the admin. Nick Pollard's car not on the track, and we've confirmed that Aiden Hill has left the session. The lights off. It looks lights look off. We're going to go on board for a hot second. Yeah, lights are off. Okay. I have a sneaking. Never mind. Not the time for that. 30 laps to go when we go green. Off goes the pace car. Griffiths way on the inside, where no one else is residing. We are single file for these restarts, so I don't know if this is going to be a problem. We're a green flag anyway, so we'll wait and see if that's A-okay. But a good jump from Griffiths. Fontaine close behind as Lacey in 8th position for the moment. Micah Mixer moves up to 7th. I think we just can't use blimp cam anymore because we've seen 2 crashes on it. Looking to the outside is Nerd. He's alongside with Fontaine. They nearly collide, but avoid the contact for now. Griffiths on the inside lane will get the spot with the speed he's working with out there. And a big hit already. Someone's flipping. It's Jimmy Sallow, who's gone tumbling. Huge trouble right off the green flag. Into the catch fence. And a tow will be required. And to the replay we go once again. Jimmy Sallow. This time the unfortunate recipient. A little bit of neck code, swings him around, and Mixer finishes the job. We're gonna go on board with Micah Mixer so we can get a good look at what happened there. We're going to keep it nice and slow. At a quarter speed right now, Mixer wants to go towards that middle lane. Jimmy Sallow was already diving for it, but had to slow down with the car in front, so Sallow not keeping as much speed and had gotten alongside Mixer, trying to give the room. You can see that wheel turning to the left, and it's a neck code contact that spins Sallow around. Mixer gets the worst of it. Well, no, Mixer does not get the worst of it at all. It is, in fact, Sallow who goes off into the distance. As we go back to live with Mixer in P2. Jimmy Sallow in the pits for repairs. It's the last race of the season. These drivers are getting scrappy. A few drivers go into pit as they want their fuel and tires. George Griffiths, your series leader. Currently looking to secure it with a victory here on the oval. A double points oval victory, but Schneider in 13th would still secure that spot as the winner of the oval series and the winner of that gorgeous silver ring. I don't know the math. So I don't know if Griffiths is already locked in just by being here. I think he is. We'll do the math right now. So if 80 points is second, and the worst you could do is 16th, which isn't the case because Aiden Hill retired, and Nick Polliard. Worst you can do is 14th. It's 78 for third, and 76 for fourth. Dropping 10 positions is dropping 20 points, 56 points. Yeah, it's over. 26 laps to go. The cars are all single file, kind of. The lights are off, so this will be the last time around. And the drivers have been instructed to space out a little bit more. Or maybe not. I'm not entirely sure. That's what it looked like at first. Hello? I chose the wrong one. My bad. Production, not my strong suit. Pace car goes off. And the green flag waves at Michigan yet again. Mixer right on top of Griffiths off the jump. Looks towards the outside. Well, he's side by side for now, looking for that side draft to pull Griffiths back just a little bit. Meanwhile, behind him, it's Brad Morath battling for third. And you know what? With that last crash, I didn't touch blimp cam. So you know what? We're going up. Actually, different idea. Let's get the chopper out. This is a great angle to see Brad Morath here on the inside. It's Marlo Duncan on the outside. Mixer pokes ahead at the line. Lacey moves out to the outside. They go 3 wide heading into turn 1. Mixer still ahead, looks to hold on to it, but Griffiths has the speed on that inside line. And will held it. But with the way things stand, Mixer could take that lead at the line. And with 4 laps to go to the halfway point. Whoa, Griffiths and Mixer really come together. Duncan in 5th position. Looking for a move. To the outside goes Lacey. Duncan wants to follow him. Gotta be careful with the dirty air though. These cars are prone to understeering under these kinds of conditions. Duncan will slot in. Cut Lacey off of a chance to get back in the pack. And a new driver has joined the fray as Joe Nerton moves up to 6th. Duncan still holding on to 3rd. Mixer looking to get by. As this pack is getting tight, it's getting wobbly. It's still Griffiths in the lead. 2 to go to get those 5 points for leading halfway through. Mixer in the lead for now on that outside. Duncan goes out wide and loses a few spots because of it, down to 5th, making 6th and 7th now. And we'll look to fight on back. Nerton joins the top 3, nearly collides with Mixer on the outside, but thankfully pulls off just in time. Loses spot because of it, but stays in the battle for the lead. Griffith still leads it. Mixer doesn't quite pull ahead. It was Landon Lacey who looked to grab it. This lap will determine the halfway mark. And will decide who gets those 5 points. Mixer holds it for now. And Griffiths has to duck in behind Mixer. We'll look for a move perhaps, but Mixer's got a clean lead for now. And he'll claim the 5 points as we enter the halfway mark here at Michigan. Cashing in on the 5 points. And now Brad Morath looks for a move on Griffiths. To the outside he'll go. They're 3 wide heading into turn 1 yet again. Mixer and Griffiths nearly collide, but nearly is the key word. And they stay away from each other for now. Griffiths about a car length back. Morath, a car from him. Miller in 4th with Duncan in 5th, and Lacey at 6th, and Nerton in 7th, and Jones in 8th, and Robertson in 9th, and Fontaine holding on to the top 10. Schneider in 11th for now, but they're a little bit further back as Mixer has a clean lead on Griffiths for now. Morath to the outside yet again. He's working. He's fighting. We're going on board with Adam Miller as he gets to watch the battle for the lead in front of him. Mixer still holds the spot, and now Miller moves up to 3rd with Morath losing speed on the outside. Morath is still in the battle though, and Mixer making Miller slow down just a little bit with a loss of speed due to not having the slipstream that Griffiths does. Miller returns to the track. We go to Duncan watching the battle from the outside perspective. Duncan flirting with the idea of 4 wide. He's looking, she's looking rather. It's not quite there and will stay behind. Nearly hits the wall but stays out for now. Back to Miller. Mixer losing speed. Trying to hold on to that lead. Griffiths can get side by side. Then make it a challenge for the lead. Not quite yet. 18 to go. We're going out by the Show me Rodney Roberts. And we get the battle for the lead in full view at the top of your screen. Mixer leads it. 4 wide. Heading to turn 1. Griffiths in 2nd. Lacey 3rd. Morath in 4th. Morath takes the podium spot. Up to the front now. Mixer still under a lot of pressure. 17 to go. Griffiths looks like he might have an edge. Not quite. And he'll duck in for now a little bit behind. Mixer, Griffiths, Morath, Duncan in 5th, Miller 4th as we cross the line on lap 25. 16 to go. Ads, you are not welcome. Mixer leads it. Up on board with Griffiths to the outside of Mixer. Now, can he hold it around the corner? The answer is no. Mixer's got a hold for now. Duncan's up to 4th and looks to hold it as Morath is falling back. Jones entering the fray. Roberts and Fontaine close behind in the back of this pack. I'm getting emotional again. I see the front. Nearly a bit of collision in between the pack. Everyone's trying to sneak through. Someone might have just shoved his way up, but it works out okay. Duncan still in 5th. Mixer holding on to the inside line for dear life. And hard on the outside goes Landon Lacey. Doesn't have the speed to get by just yet, though. And will settle for being alongside George Griffiths as we cross the line on lap 27. 4 wide. Again, nearly contact between Morath and Lacey, but they get out of it okay. It took a little bit to settle in, but now it is neck and neck racing, and these guys, oh, they're getting great with it. Lacey's got the lead on the outside, but loses it quickly to Mixer. A bit of a slowdown there from Nurten as Morath will get by and hold on to P5. It's still Mixer in the lead. Mixing up the standings just a little bit with George Griffiths. Oh, Mixer's vanished. Oh, and it nearly ends in disaster. Griffiths was taking the line. Mixer reappears in time. It works out. Oh, collision in the back. Morath has gone round. Morath has gone round. Roberts collected so many cars in the mix. And it was going so well. No crash report. What in the world was that? We're going to have to back this up. And that will do. We're going to focus on Morath for now. We'll look to slow it down as you try to get an idea of what in the world happened out here. Oh, no, that's contact with Duncan. So we're going to go on board with Marlo Duncan for this. So let's back this up to Duncan. In fact, there it is. And give me that onboard. We're going to have to do this the old-fashioned way, so you get to watch the process as we find the onboard. This might be gyro. I don't know. Duncan trying to get back to the inside. There's Morath there on the outside. You can see that wheel's turning left, but the car's not going to the left. Morath is going for the space. Duncan can't get that car down the track. And Morath ends up colliding with the wheel of Duncan. Up and over she goes, and a whole bunch of other drivers in the mix. Fontaine and Roberts in the spin. And Duncan's car pretty badly damaged. And if there were any hopes of Duncan fighting for that championship, I think they're going to go away as a lot of drivers are making their pit stops. Mixer, Griffiths, Lacey, Nurten, Duncan, Jones, Fontaine, Morath, Roberts, Ray, and Schneider are all in. Adam Miller is the lone driver. Oh no, he's got company. Gangwer, Sallow, and Miller. Your only drivers on the track. Everyone going for fuel and tires to finish this race, and Sallow will get the wave around. Or is that the lucky dog? I don't know. The rest of the drivers re-entering the circuit now. Duncan will get P2. Mixer in 3rd. It's Lacey now in 4th with Griffiths in 5th. Sorry, the board on your left is a little inaccurate. It hasn't taken into account that. Oh, what in the world? What? What happened to Ray? How's he in the wall? backing up a little bit. There's a slow car. What? Danny Ray going around as the car just snaps on him. I didn't think we'd see that. See something new every day in iRacing. What? That's mind-blowing to me. So I apologize for the board on your left. It is not accurate. It is, okay, it's updated. Perfect. As we cross the line, we have updated. There we go. It's the last time around. And hopefully the last time the pace car will be on the track. He's getting a good work. And man, I don't know how much fuel that Mustang's got left in it. Or is it it's just a Shelby. It's a gorgeous car nonetheless. But how much fuel that thing got? Does it have enough for another run? Or is he refueling every stop because he knows this track is just ridiculous? I'm kidding. He probably refuels anyway as a protocol. What a race we had. 10 more laps. The grid flipped on its head. Adam Miller in the lead. Duncan in P2. Mixer in third. Lacey fourth. And Griffiths fifth. Duncan is going to fight like hell for that final win. We're green flag racing in Michigan. Looking to the outside is Duncan. Further out and from her is Mixer. As these three get away quite cleanly, it'll stay with Adam Miller in the lead for now. Duncan to the outside looks for a move. It's not quite there just yet. And the shuffle begins. Everyone's settling into position. Miller losing a bit of speed to Mixer. Griffiths now in the mix. 9 to go. A bit of contact. Nerton's lost a bit of his wing, but it regenerates. iRacing logic. I don't know what to tell you. Griffiths and Nerton have a bit of contact, and they get out of it okay. It'll stay with Adam Miller on the inside. Michael Mixer looking for a move. Griffiths behind him. But Duncan right now in third. Looks to the outside yet again. Everyone's piling up. They're getting close to each other. It's looking a bit hairy, man. Let's go to Griffiths. Watch out for the line. As this will be how we watch the battle the rest of the way. Miller in the lead. Duncan using the line with Nerton to get out of it okay. Duncan's lost a bit of speed. Nerton charging on the outside as they go 4 wide. Nerton to the lead. He was looking for it. It's not there and he loses speed. Luciano gone. Miller leads it. Mixer on that outside. Griffiths in the slipstream. Out in lane 3 is Lacey. Around the bend they go again. What's the matter? Stick to the inside and slam it for the rest of your life. Like your life's gonna depend on it. Because guess what, Miller? Your life's gonna depend on it. Here comes Fontaine to the outside. Aaron Fontaine looking for the move. Loses speed at the final moment. And it goes back to Griffiths in the podium position. A big jump as Duncan loses speed. And Lacey to the outside. Nerton wants to join him. 6 to go. Fontaine in third. Loses it to Griffiths on the inside. Duncan nearly choked out there, making room. Oh, bit of contact. Shoves Fontaine to the wall. Fontaine into the wall. No flag out. We stay racing. Miller in the lead. And Washington. And Griffiths gets third. Duncan in fourth, and Fontaine in pit lane immediately. Nerton off the track. left to it, but to do it, let's look at the crash. It's Fontaine and Duncan in the battle. Duncan itching for that inside lane. Collides with the tire of Fontaine. He gets stuck in the wall. How did Nerton get involved in it? Well, let's look from his perspective. He's right behind Fontaine as the incident happens. On the inside. He gets in from behind, it looks like. Ends up in the grass. Tries to save it, but spins. And into the grass. Did he hit the wall? No. The car's okay. But back to live, though. It is Adam Miller once again in the lead. I'd like this caution graphic to go away so I can see what lap we're on. Yeah, you got net coded a little bit, but I think she was gonna hit you anyway. Honestly, I think she would have slapped the side. Sucks, man. This goes great. I love seeing that fight. I don't know. That's one you guys could probably look at, but there's probably part netcode, part hit check in there. Oh, folks, how fitting it is. It's going to be a green, white, checkered. Three to go. Miller will look to hold on for dear life and claim victory. Holy cow, man. You want to talk about what a race. What a race we've had today. And we get to go through this one more time. If we have another caution come out, we end under caution. This is me taking a breather, by the way. Oh my God, what a day we've had. Well, there are a couple follows I want to shout out, though, before we get rolling one last time. These guys followed last time the Street Stock Series was in play. TTV FM50, thank you for the follow earlier today. Crystal MVP, thank you for the follow as well. Bergoli Esports, C Thorno2 joining us during the last Street Stock event. And 5TIG and Wingside Up joining us with the follow during the last IndyCar race that we had. I'm getting emotional. I'm getting emotional again. Man. 9 people in here. We're happy for all 9 of you. Pre-rolls are on, whatever, I don't care. That's not the part I care about. I think Fontaine's going to be in the pit for the rest of this race. Congrats on your 7-stream streak, by the way, Aaron. Woo! Oh, Lord. Your grid to end this race. Miller, Mixer, Duncan, Griffiths, Jones, Schneider, Sallow, Lacey, Nerton, Morath, Gangwer, Roberts, Ray, Fontaine, and Hill. We are green flag racing for the final time in the BRA IndyCar Series this Division Corsa Championship. To the outside goes Mixer. Wants to get ahead early. Not quite there just yet. Miller will hold on to the lead for dear life. Slam on the inside and don't let it go. Griffiths with the speed, has help from behind. Welcome back, Jacob Schneider. Up to the front they go. Griffiths trying to clear Mixer. Not enough. 4 wide. They're looking for 5. I see you, Norton. He wants that 5th lane so badly. 2 to go. Mixer battling, and Miller loses speed. Contact behind. A car goes into the wall. Mixer's in the lead. Does the caution come out? No. We roll on with last lap. The white flag is out. A car collides. Jones gets into the wall. Mixer leads. Miller in 2nd. Griffiths 3rd. Schneider 4th. Duncan 5th. Duncan gets into the side of Schneider. Into the front we go. Micah Mixer holds on. The checker flag is out. Micah Mixer, your winner at Michigan. And George Griffiths, your series winner for the Vision Corsa IndyCar Series. Griffiths snipes it. Griffiths snipes 2nd. Up to the podium he goes. Miller in 3rd. Duncan 4th. Schneider in 5th. Micah Mixer, your winner today. George Griffiths, your series winner. Jacob Schneider, your Oval Series winner. Oh, God. A Talladega-esque ending with plenty of cars getting bounced around and slammed into at the end. We go to Mixer for the victory donuts. And he'll be joining Jacob Schneider as he celebrates. Oh, clean! Perfect! Perfect form, Schneider. Oh, it's beautiful. Griffiths, join us. He goes for the spin. A perfect 360. We got 7 minutes to get this up and running. Oh my God. One more set of donuts, why not? So first we're gonna get the race winners, the race podium members, before we go forward with our ceremony, kind of, not really a ceremony, just like a congratulations kind of thing. I just want to get everything sorted. Those are correct. Get everything nice and centered. Good, that's all ready. We'll watch on one last time as Griffiths takes it to the pits. And now we wait for drivers to get pulled in. Oh no, Miller lost it at the end. He mistook the second to last for the last lap. A heartbreaker. We'll get to hear from him in a bit. Oh my God. What a race to end the series on. We're going to take a bit of a breather. So for now, just a quick look at your podium for this race. Micah Mixer with the victory. George Griffiths takes 2nd place and Adam Miller in 3rd. We're going to get to interview all 3 of them in a little bit. George, you're getting interviewed twice, so I hope you're ready. We're just going to wait to see. There he is. We'll pull him in. I just want to give everyone the time they need to get settled in and ready for today. Let's go. And joining us here for us today, our third place driver of the day, Adam Miller. Welcome in, Adam. A bit of a disappointing end. We did read in the chat you letting off at the end, but still, what a battle you end up having in the final race. How exhilarating was it out there on those final few laps?
It was great. It was great out there. But unfortunately, let off. But either way, it was great.
I get that letting off on that kind of thing has been, it's a heartbreaker, and I know you in the past have had trouble where you say that you've sold the win a few times over the course of this season. Has it been a bit frustrating for you going through each of these races and having a mistake pile up?
That's and heartbreaking. You move on.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. You don't want to get bogged down in the details too much. So, with currently, from what I've heard, the plans are Season 4 is not too far around the corner. Do you think you'll be joining the Prodigy Racing Association for another go-around? Most likely. That'd be great. We'd love to have you, Adam. It's great to see you, man. Commiserations on the what could have been the win, but ended up in third. Still, great effort out there. Congrats on the podium spot. I'll let you get going, and we will keep on rolling for today. So take care, man.
All right, thank you.
And to begin, we're going to start this. We're not starting this off with the series just yet. No, you're going to hold off on that. I'll get to it in a bit, buddy. But first, we must go to our second place driver of today, George Griffiths. Welcome back to the podium. Congratulations on the second place spot. Man, what a battle out there at the end, huh?
Yeah, thank you very much. That was a crazy race. I just bought the track right before this race. I didn't know it was a paid track, but it was a very exciting race. I tried to hold out on the pit as long as possible, and kind of got blessed with that last safety car. I had 6 laps of fuel to go.
And that was like 10 to go in the race?
Yeah, exactly. I was so happy that that came out because I would not be on the podium if it were for that.
Yeah, that is true. Still, oh my goodness, and like watching you, like we'll get to talking about the whole season, of course, but just in general, watching the way that you've dealt with these oval races. You get a bit of a snipe here at the end, snagging second place away. Saucier robs you of a win over at Homestead, Miami. How much fun has it been going back and forth with these drivers out on the ovals?
It's been pretty fun. Ovals aren't something that I usually drive. I'm more of a road guy. But it's been fun trying to learn as much as possible on these ovals. Doing the Indy Next qualifying series as well. So got Iowa coming up on Thursday. So still, like, any ovals are a good learning experience.
Well, good luck to you on that. And how much fun is it to learn from all the other drivers around you in real time, trying to navigate through all the traffic?
Yeah, it's insane. Like, I qualified, what was it, 14th, I think?
Yeah, and you're up to
2/10 off. And I was like, what? How? Where's 2/10? And then I rewatched the laps, and they're all hugging the inside. I'm like, okay, I probably should have maybe done a bit more practice. But the slipstream was overpowered.
Yes.
This race, and I was, like you said, P5. What, lap 3?
Something like that.
Yeah. So I wasn't too bothered.
Yeah, all right. We are going to, if you want to stick around, you're more than welcome to. We're going to bring in our race winner for today. By the way, George, we'll get to you after we get to the Oval Series winner. So you're going to be sticking around for a little while before we get back.
Sure, I'll stick around.
And we bring in our race winner for today, Micah Mixer. Welcome in and congratulations on the victory. I imagine slightly terrifying given the people you had behind you, but congrats on holding it off nonetheless.
Yeah, I say it was kind of much more of a pack race than I expected. Once I got to the lead, I was just like, oh, no, just hold the white line, I guess.
Yep. That's how these oval races tend to go, especially these more standard oval tracks. things that are these 2-mile tracks, the 2.5-mile super speedways. It's hug the inside as hard as you can and hold on for dear life. But all 14 of you in the pack there, it's like, are you watching behind every now and again, watching all the cars shuffle and challenge you for that spot?
I don't use the virtual mirror. I just have the 2 side mirrors, so I can't really see much.
Fair.
But I can kind of tell going off the spotter. It was like clear, 2 wide, 3 wide, 4 wide. Oh, I was like, okay.
I forgot the spotter being in your ear all day. By the way, we were very close to you hearing 5 wide in your ear a few times.
Oh, fun. Did not realize that.
I can tell you that for a fact. So, Mixer, you joined us a little bit later in the season, and since then, you've actually collected quite a few impressive results, both at Watkins Glen and now here today at Michigan. Do you expect to be joining us for next season when we get rolling around for the full thing?
I mean, yeah, if my schedule allows for it, I'll probably hop back in.
Well, we
Wouldn't hurt.
will, in fact, hope that your schedule allows for it. It's a pleasure getting to chat with you anytime, and it's great to see you there out on the track. Just big love all around for you, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your night.
All right, thank you. You too.
And we're going to bring in our series oval winner as Jacob Schneider mathematically clinches the spot with the victory. The extra $50 for Schneider. Congratulations to you, good sir. A bit of a king in the olden days, still has a knack for the ovals. Congrats, man. And how in the world have you not fallen off yet?
I guess just surviving the wrecks. I mean, really just consistency won the championship. I only won one of these races, and today was my worst race, my worst finish. So yeah, just try to play it smart in the first half of these and be there at the end, and it worked out.
Yeah, even with getting involved in one of the collisions earlier on, still get the fast repair, get back out there, climb the rankings again. For today, it's very admirable you got up to 5th given what happened to you in the race.
Yeah. I mean, I had the championship locked up before it started, and so I wasn't really even thinking points.
Well, you know, in theory, if we had a bigger turnout, that wasn't the case.
Yeah.
If we
Yeah,
had
but
30 people
once
show
I
up,
saw-
you were in danger, but...
Yep. Yeah, once I saw there's only 17 cars, I knew I was good.
Yeah, and with
So
Austin,
I just went out racing when the green flag fell, and of course, as soon as I decide to not play it safe, I get caught up in the first wreck. But it all worked out.
It worked out indeed. So big congratulations to you on the extra $50. And with that, you're also getting a beautiful ring headed your way. The silver ring will be yours. I don't know when. You're talking to Rod on that one, not me. I just yell into a microphone.
Yeah, so that's a pretty cool prize for iRacing. Got to thank Vision Corsa for the cool prizes, and shout out to them. Hopefully they want to come back.
I really hope they do. It was a pleasure working with them. And Jacob, it's always a pleasure seeing you on the track. Are you joining us for season 4, you think?
I'm sure I am.
Okay, of course you are. You're a stalwart in the Prodigy Racing Association. Of course you are.
On the ovals, I only made one appearance on the road courses, but if you guys are on ovals, I'll be there.
Fair enough. So congratulations to you. And George, I believe you're still with us today? You're still here? Yes, you are. Of course you're still here. Your series winner for the IndyCar Vision Corsa Series presented by the Prodigy Racing Association, George Griffiths. And a big congratulations to you, cashing in $130, as well as no, you didn't get any extra prize money. Saucier robbed you of the $50 at Daytona.
Yeah.
And then, well, Jacob here is Jacob Schneider on the ovals. But
Yes,
still,
thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great season.
It was a wonderful season, just absolute dominance over the course of the road courses, kicking it off in Long Beach. I think you were the only driver who didn't get caught up in any of the wreckage, except like maybe
Probably.
once. I kind of don't remember, but
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
yeah, 3 months.
I don't remember that far back.
To be honest, I don't either.
I don't remember yesterday.
That's a bit of a problem. I would get that checked out. But still, just big congratulations to you. You'll be getting the gorgeous golden ring that Rod will be delivering to you. Again, go to Rod for that, not me. I don't know what goes on with the rings, but it's a gorgeous prize. And a big thank you for joining us this season. I can't imagine you're joining us next season, right, George?
I would like to hope so. If my schedule allows it, I will. I'm still young, and I, like 18, go between my parents' houses. So Tuesday nights, I am not supposed to be at the house with my rig, so
Oh.
I ride my bike or take transit over here every Tuesday night. So I've been doing that for the past 3 months. And
Oh, you get an extra
it,
$130 to cash in and use on I don't know
exactly. Yeah.
what. Wow.
Um,
Man.
and it's more for me because it converts to Canadian. So
Oh, yes. I
$181.
forgot the Canadian dollar.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, I think I saw in the chat that might be February, March time. I got some real racing stuff going on next year, so I'll have to see how it all comes together. It would be nice to come back out and race everyone again, though.
We will be wishing for the best for you, George, and to all of you joining us here today. Well, joining me today for one last interview. George, you have a wonderful rest of your night. Congrats, and get that 130 whenever you can.
Yes, thank you. Big thank you to Vision Corsa as well,
Vision
PRA,
Corsa,
and you.
HSW, Grid Finder, Sim Racer Hub, all of you for supporting the Prodigy Racing Association. We
Yeah.
couldn't do half of this without you, man. Have a good night, George.
Yeah, thank you. You too.
And with that, folks, that wraps up the Vision Corsa IndyCar Series. It's the last week. No more races for Season 3. Season 4 is currently rumored to be around February to March, as we heard in those interviews. We'll see if I'll be able to make some of those. Well, not quite sure just yet. And hopefully, we'll get a bit of an upgrade around with some of these things. And for the last time, thank you all so much for joining us. And I hope we see you next season. For those of you keeping up with the Prodigy Racing Association calendar, Street Stocks on Thursday will be our next event, and that'll be the last time there as well. Hello, Wing Side Up, and a congrats to Micah and George. Tough luck for the guys that didn't get to keep it Wing Side Up. Oh, we get to end it on a pun. Oh, Wing Side Up, thank you for joining us for the first time in the Prodigy Racing Association chat. A banger to wrap this up. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next season. Bye-bye, everyone.